Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars in our Nova Roma series, which we need to talk about for a second before I begin this one. This is episode 16 of Nova Roma, and if you've been following me on Twitter and seeing any of my comments or things that I've posted, you know I've been playing this game a lot offline from this series. And Nova Roma is a series that I started maybe a week after I got the code. I had been out of town for a bit, I was busy, and I hadn't had a chance to play the game that much. And there are a bunch of things that I did when I started this series that I did just because I was brand new and kind of experimenting. And I have learned a lot about this game, and I've played a lot, and I've gotten some really successful and not so successful colonies going, playing offline for the past little while. And to be completely honest, I'm being completely real with you guys, I'm a little bit disenchanted with Nova Roma right now. And my intention when I was going to sit down to start recording episode 16 was, well, it was going to be a 20 episode series anyway, so let me just sit down with 16 through 20. Now I need to be even more real with you guys. This is, of course, an extra series for the channel. I have a 7 a.m. slot going for this, but I don't normally keep that slot open. So, you know, doing this has been extra recording for me on top of what I normally do. And I'm about to go out of town for the weekend, and I'm trying to make sure that the priority slots, the actual time slots, including some stuff I have some really good projects going in, are running smoothly and completely ready to go. And so what I'm actually going to do, and I have some good news to follow this as well, so I'm just starting with the bluntness. What I'm going to do is, this series after this episode is going to stop. I might finish it out with like 17 through 20 when I get back, but one thing I can promise you is that Surviving Mars will be a 4 p.m. slot series in the future. I love this game, and it is going to be on the channel more. We're going to play it in multiple difficulty modes. We're going to play it on different settings and different temperature ranges and all kinds of things. I've learned so much about the game since this series started that for now I need to make this the last episode temporarily and maybe permanently. I will consider bringing it back. I'll see what you guys think about it in the comments. I'll definitely let you talk about it, and I wanted to end with that bit of positivity as I start this episode. But I need to be completely real too about the fact that you know, if I go ahead and stop it here so I can focus on getting the rest of the content ready that I need to for the weekend, it's ultimately going to be better for me and better for the channel. So that's what we're going to do. But I promise you, if you're enjoying Surviving Mars, don't go anywhere because this game will definitely be back. Maybe not in the form of this Nova Roma colony, but we might do a Nova Roma sequel, or we might just do additional. We're going to do all kinds of colonies that aren't, you know, Roman themed. It's just, I had fun with it because this was the first series on the channel that I was doing. So anyway, let's not waste any time. I want to give you guys a good full-length episode. This is going to be the last one for a while. So I hope everyone understands. And like I said, let me know what you think in the comments as far as what you would like to see for a future Surviving Mars series, and whether or not, you know, you're cool with, you know, not seeing the last view of this, or if you want me to go through 20. I'm cool with what everyone says about it. I might even do a poll in the community tab of the channel, so keep an eye out for that as well if you are a member of the newly formed Surviving Mars Legion. So, a couple of things based on my play outside of this series that I'm going to do right now before I even unpause. First of all, we have woefully... Oh, wow. I don't even have fuel refinery research yet, so I can't build my own. I've got to bring a prefab. That is no bueno. Okay, so how much fuel do I have? 6? We need more fuel production. I have woefully little fuel production. The fact that I have 1, is that just 1, really? Are there any more? Okay, there's 2. So there is a second one, but there should be, like, at this point in the colony, there should be at least, like, 4. Fuel refineries running, and I'm a little sad that I don't have the research already for those. Let's take a quick look at what I am researching just to refresh my memory. So farms increasing the comfort, okay, that's good. And then Martian aerodynamics, that's also good. Gene adaptation, new crops, okay. So that's all well and good. I can go ahead and research, do we have the fuel refinery? Yeah, there it is. So I can research that, and it would be done in like a day if I went for it right now. And I think I'm going to do that because that's going to help me get these rockets off of the surface as soon as possible. So that's problem number 1, is that our fuel production is just woefully inadequate, and we're going to fix that. The next thing I want to do is this dome, and this actually comes not only from me noticing when I booted the game back up, but then I remembered someone left a comment about this as well, and you're absolutely right. There's not any services in this dome, so that's going to be a problem. But one thing I did go ahead and do is I am encouraging botanists to come to this dome. And I'm not setting anything else, but I am going to go ahead and delete that farm so that I can put in some basic services. We do need a farming dome because of our food problem that we're having, but it's going to be an interesting episode for sure. But once I unpause, I'm going to let the game run on fast speed and see kind of where this takes us. Now that we've got our shuttles in place, that's really going to help. So, okay, we've got a grocer. We probably need infirmary as well, and I'd say a diner. And that'll be good for this dome. It's not a lot. You know, I'm not exactly spoiling the people living here, but I mean, this is filling a vital need. So I need to get people who are going to be willing to work and get it all done. So there's that. Also, we have this metal deposit that we're not doing anything with. I have 200 metal, only 5 production. Hang on. What Nova number 1 dome? What are your colonists like? Talk to me about your colonists. Specialization. We have some geologists. Can I actually see? There we go. So I can, if you double click, you can select the actual. I literally just learned that. That's pretty cool. So I promise I have been playing this game a lot offline, but that's one thing I hadn't picked up yet. So there's 3 senior geologists working, because I believe this is actually our old folks' dome, is it not? Is that why we don't have the metal production running here? This might be our old folks' home. Yeah, I saw an age group there. Yeah, that's what it is. This is our old folks' home. That's why. See, I've been playing a lot of extra colonies, and I've forgotten which dome is which. So that's our old folks' home. I think our original dome was that one? Maybe. I mean, I feel like it was probably the one closest to this over here, so might have been one of these. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at the rare metals extractor. This one's running fine, so at least we're making plenty of rare metals, and we need more geologists coming this way. So once we get these rockets launched, because all 5 are on the surface right now, which is a problem, huge problem, things will hopefully start to improve. But let's see, we've got to get... Yeah, this building does need to be turned off until all this stuff has been built, but I will go ahead and prioritize the construction of all of this stuff. Because it needs to... I need my drones to focus on getting their butts over here and getting this in gear. And I also need more drones. I don't have, like, nearly enough drones. It's insane how few drones I have. So we actually have a drone assembler building, and it would behoove me to go ahead and... Oh, I built one. Okay. So how many electronics do I have? Not enough. So I can make prefabs with this. We don't have any available right now, but let me go ahead and turn off that 3rd shift because I don't need it. But once I have a little bit faster metal production, I will let the drone hub do its thing. So you, I think, are waiting on fuel, and you do need some fuel to resume working. So I'll put the shuttle hubs on high priority. How many do I have? I have the 2 there and the 1 here, right? Let's just make sure they are prioritized for fuel. Meanwhile, we have Phoenix number 3 loading back up. Phoenix number 2 is going to fuel back up after that. And we have 1 that's actually loading up rare metals to take back to Earth. And how's our funding situation? Abysmal. Absolutely terrible. But it's okay. We're going to see what we can get away with here. Machine parts production is okay. Polymers production, even electronics production seems to be accelerating a little bit, which is nice to see. The drones in this area, let's take a quick look here. All right, so the drones from this drone hub, they have a heavy load. That just means I need more drones, by the way. I questioned that earlier in the series. What it means is that you need more drones. You can have up to 120 at any hub. Build more drones, and the drones load will be less heavy. You want to see that it's medium or low. All right, so we've got the farms built here, but again, until the dome is actually activated with residential buildings available, I'm not going to go too crazy here. And we have this rare metals extractor set up, but we don't have anyone in position to work it. And we still, again, also don't have the... we don't have any medium domes researched yet, which is really kind of crazy, but it also makes sense given that it took so long for me to get up to this much research per sol. Also, where did my research per sol go? It was higher just a second ago. We must have just lost outsourcing. I wasn't looking at where the research was coming from, but I feel like a second ago research per sol said 1,500. So it might have been outsourcing that I lost just then. But okay, looks like the drones are doing a pretty good job of bringing everything in. Oh good, the apartments are going up. That means I can technically go ahead and bring people into this dome. I can turn the dome on and colonists will start moving, especially now that we have the jets in place. All right, so you can see that shuttle hub got refueled and they're in good shape. We are playing so much more of this game on the channel, you guys, I promise. I know it might be weird for me to suddenly say I'm going to cut this short, but just for time constraints, since this is an extra series and I've got something coming up, and like if we did a new series in the future, like there's so much that I would do different, I'm just going to relax. It's the right thing to do. Okay, low G hydrosynthesis is done, which means we can build a fuel refinery. So, first things first, we're going to put one... How much does it require? Concrete? Ooh, machine parts. I'm not in love with that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I trust that our machine parts production will be able to keep up. It's going to be a little dicey, but I'm going to try anyway. And then speaking of metals, let me take a look around, or not, I didn't say anything about metals, but I'm going to take a look around for places where I can get additional metal, just to farm the area appropriately with my RC transport. Where are you? There you are. That's a lot of metal. There we go. Load resource, please. Where's the colony? Here's the colony. And you're going to unload right... Oh, wow. Do we not have a metals depot that close? Where's the closest one? There's one. Unload there. Get thee gone. And do I have any anomalies to research? No, I don't. However, let me double check and make sure... What breakthroughs do I have? Eternal fusion, but we don't have fusion reactors yet, so that's a no-go. All right, so biome engineering is on its way to being finished. And there is the low-G engineering right there, actually, because we just finished that project. The game gave us access to low-G engineering. So technically, I should go for that, like, right now. I'm going to... Let me put this in up top. And then... biome engineering. There we go. I'll put back up to the top. So we're going to finish that and then go for low-G engineering. Meanwhile, this rocket that is exporting, Dragon number 1... still refueling, because I think another rocket has fueling priority somehow. Which it shouldn't. The fact that this one has more fuel is crazy to me. Makes me want to just defuel it. Again, if that's a word. Unpause. Alright, so I've prioritized the construction of these fuel refineries, and hopefully the machine parts we have on hand... It looks like we have enough. It's going to reduce our machine parts on hand by a good bit, but... it'll double our fuel production and enable us to really get this done a lot faster. Speaking of which, do we have a fuel station there? Yeah, we do. Do we have one at the next drone hub that can refuel these guys? That's the other question. Yeah, there should be a fuel depot in range of... Hang on, where's the drone hub at the center here? Yeah, there is a fuel depot right there. So... that one is the one that matters, and as a matter of fact, there should be one over here as well, just to make absolutely sure that drones can take fuel everywhere they need to. So we're going to put that right there, and that should be within range. It is, right? Where'd you go? Yeah, it's in range. Okay, so once these go up, there's a couple of them, things should get better. Here comes the mirages again. Who's excited? I still don't know what they mean, and I still don't care, because we have a food situation to take care of. You sit comfortably as the mirage washes over you, taking you deeper into the trance. The next thing you know, you're Cal once again. You're sitting in your Spartan office, rereading the letter you got from your mother. Every letter of her handwriting bears the emotional imprint of grief and desperation, and you fail to remain calm. She's writing to ask for your help as a steward to Watcher Boar, a powerful representative of the authority you've been serving almost a decade now. The dust storms and the drought have hit the clan badly in the recent cycles, bringing the horrors of starvation upon them. The neighboring clans have already given in to the merciless heat and fled to the cities, abandoning the empty, dry husks of their home trees to rot in the sun. You are afraid that you won't be of much help to your clan. From what you've witnessed so far, you know well that the authority is aware of the hardships the farming clans are facing, but denies the severity of the drought. Above all else, you fear the reaction of your master, yet your loyalty to your mother leaves you with no other choice but to talk to him. Continue. The Watcher senses your approach, turning to face you before you can so much as utter a word. Cal, I already know what's bothering you, or you presume that such an obvious thought wouldn't have surfaced? Of course not. Anyway, I strongly recommend you not give way to such lowly concerns. Cal, look at me. Do you truly believe the lies your mother has fed into your heart? Do you believe that the authority would allow their people to die in vain? These thoughts are forbidden, and you know what the punishment is. You shiver when he mentions it. He smiles at your reaction. You have been such a good steward all these years, and I know that you would never betray my trust. This nonsense ends now. Do we have an agreement, Cal? You hear yourself whisper, yes, Watcher. Later that evening, you stand next to the Watcher as he gives a speech before the Chamber of Labor. The event is purely for show, as is the enthusiasm with which the public applauds the Watcher's last words. Not that they have any other option. Any misdemeanor is an instant trip to the re-education stations. You can see some people in the crowd who are clan representatives from the neighboring farms. Although almost the entire region is gathered here, you have to show them the truth, that the authority doesn't care about them, that they are alone. Maybe then it would make a change. You jump out in front and telepathically project the message. Let's keep it to ourselves and wait for a better time to act. Patience is a virtue. You can practically hear your clan mother saying it now. This is interesting, I have to say. You keep your mouth shut and calm your thoughts, hoping that Vor is distracted enough by the conversations with the rich industrialists to not notice your momentary excitement. You know that your time will come soon. Wasting the opportunity to help your clan now wouldn't do any good. You wake up in your room back on Mars with a feeling of purpose and relaxation. Wake up. Weird, but cool. So these guys are still bringing fuel as well. Let me make sure I've got the appropriate station set up over here. I believe I do, but I just want to be absolutely sure. Oh yeah, we're good. All right, so I just want to make sure that fuel depot was adequately positioned. And it doesn't matter as much, given that the drones can help fly stuff around as well. So it's okay, but... All right, so now our fuel production is significantly higher. And hopefully... we'll see a difference in how fast some of these rockets are refueling, particularly Dragon number 1. Because we need all of them to refuel, damn it. Because I can't do anything about my current situation until all of them are refueled. Dragon number 1 is the one that needs the most fuel. Why is it not refueling faster, though? These two are still getting fuel. Okay, research complete. Oh, hang on. Why is it not refueling faster? That is genuinely bothering me. You're in range. It might just be that there's only 8 drones here. It's a major problem right now. I'm sure it helps that I have the shuttles in position. All right, bioengineering is done. That's good. So now we're researching the better domes. What I might do is just put the series on break and bring it back next week. You guys can let me know what you think. Because I'm enjoying the Mirage thing. I want to keep going for at least a little while longer, but there are a lot of things that I would have done differently with my knowledge of the game that I have now. So... it's not quite the same as a usual, like, Series 1 in a game where it's a game that I already love and know how to play, but I'm playing it for the first time, and I might play all the way through because I have more experience. Like, this is not only my first series, but one of my first times really playing through the game. So it's like, okay, I can see all of my mistakes vividly. I forgot I had a second RC transport as well, so I can send him to do something else. Where are you exactly? You're here at this end of the colony, which is that end. Let's... ooh, there's a lot of metal over here. Tons of metal. Why don't you go out that way and bring some of it to me? Get it done. Alright, 17 of 40. We are producing a lot more fuel, so we really should see one of these rockets take off soon. Or we're going to have to give the order in the case of most of them, but... at least Dragon number 1 is almost filled up with rare metals. That is good. But I need to send more of them back. And are we ready, by the way, to go ahead and launch... I mean, I suppose I can go ahead and turn this thing on. If colonists come here, then we'll have more food. I just don't know how quickly it's going to happen. Let's see how it goes. Is anyone moving? I've told botanists to come this way, but no one else. That's really all I need. And that doesn't mean that only botanists will fill the colony. It just means the same as when you give thumbs up on a certain specialization. Go on resources, electronics, machine parts, and food. Okay, so I'm hoping our machine parts production will recover. It should. Electronics still seems good. Yeah, I think all of our production on our fundamental resources actually is in good shape. Also, let me make sure that I've done one very important thing. Yeah, see, here we go. There's a lot of the upgrades that I've researched that I haven't actually plugged in yet. Let's go ahead and order all of the ones for the fuel refineries. Yeah, the polymer factory's not doing it yet. Let's do the fuel refineries first, because the fuel refineries are what really need it. This is a 25% production jump. And since it's fuel that I need so much right now, we need that first. There is, by the way, a technology that you can research, which allows you to convert this. If I didn't mention it before, convert waste rock into concrete. It's amazing. It makes me so happy, and it makes colonies less messy. Yeah, so once I have... I kind of want to shut this down until I'm not using it, because right now we've got... yeah, these are no-spec colonists. I'm not using it at the moment because I haven't fed anything to it. I could give it a few electronics, but I don't like sitting that low because there are buildings and domes and things that require electronics. Oh, we have a water shortage. Why do we have a water shortage? Is it because of the extra fuel refineries? Could very well be. Still got a lot of water over here, so hang on, we can fix this relatively easily. Let's make a couple of dumping sites. Done. And we're going to do a water extractor right... Where's it going to go? That'll work for me. Let's put it there. And... nope. Power cables. Alright, there we go. And... pipes. Done. Now we just need drones to come out and make sure they build that nonsense. I've just made it high priority, so hopefully they'll get it done relatively quickly, and our water shortage will be resolved pretty quick. Looks like we are waiting on some food, so we are... yeah, our food situation is deteriorating quickly. Could we get some fuel, please? That would be nice. Are any of my rockets ready to go? One is almost ready to go, Phoenix 3. What's strange to me is that I've got one rocket that's high priority. I think it's just because there's so few. Yeah, there's 8 drones here at this drone hub. That's the problem. So an indirect solution is to launch some of the rockets, and it'll lower the amount of things that the drones are having to go to. It really is amazing, too, when you have a colony going with a ton of drones at the right drone hubs. Just watching them like do their work is insanely cool. It's very well automated. That's one of my favorite things about the game. That's another reason that I look at this colony, I'm like, I did so many things wrong. Well, I didn't, well, just not very efficiently. For everything I said in that first episode about how important supply chains are and all that, like, I knew that was an important mechanic, but you need to learn how to manage them in each and every game, you know? Alright, so now Dragon number 1 is much more rapidly fueling up. I think it's probably because these upgrades are done. Yes, they are. So with that being done, we have enough polymers to go ahead and do the polymer factory itself. And I have, do I have 2 polymer factories or just the one? I think I have 2, right? Yeah, just the one. Really, though? No, I'm producing 6 polymers, so there's another polymer factory somewhere. Why am I blind? For real, why am I blind? Our daily production is 1.3. We've got Amplify queued up, but we're producing 6 polymers a day. The other polymer factory has to be... it has to be in range of a colony somewhere. Holy crap, you guys. I am losing my mind. Maybe we don't have another polymer factory. It says, though, that our daily polymers production is at 6. Okay. Well, fine. I don't believe you, because I only see the one polymer factory, but we did queue up the upgrade that'll increase its production as well. It will also increase power production, but we're okay on power production. So that is alright. How is our new farm dome doing? We have no residents. And 5 starving colonists. Yay! I turned off the voice warnings, by the way, just because I get tired of it yelling at me. Alright, one of the rockets took off. I think we should have another one ready to go soon-ish. Oh, did 2 of them take off? Did I have 2 set to, yeah, 2 of them took off. I don't remember telling Phoenix 3 to launch. Maybe I did click it. Yeah, that's right, I clicked it. Never mind. Alright, so I clicked that one a second ago, and now there's just these getting refueled, and as you can see, it's happening quite quickly. I could even prioritize it, and it would happen even faster. As soon as we can get a huge food shipment down, we should save Nova Roma before the end of this series, at least. We can even have a second shipment of colonists come down to go ahead and work this dome, too. Tell you what, let me go ahead and tell all the rockets... well, no, I don't need to do that. It's not necessary. 1 is close to filling up. They're in good shape. Alright, polymer production is getting better. Let's also take a quick look. Yeah, see, I haven't done any of these upgrades. Let me go ahead and do the upgrades for the water vaporators. So many things that I did badly. Yeah, metals extractor is... he's not upgraded properly. Rare metals extractor isn't. that one's not. Oh, Hadrian, what are you doing, man? I shouldn't be hard on myself. Like I said, there wasn't as much that I was familiar with. Okay, so the rockets are both back. Let's go ahead and launch a cargo rocket full of food. Ridiculous, copious amounts of food. We can go ahead and do 100 million. And I think we're pretty much good on everything else. So let's go ahead and launch... No, you know what? Let's launch 100 food. Let's just do it. Let's send ridiculous amounts of food down. And let's also, just to make sure that it's all distributable, we do not have a food depot here. I'm going to add a bunch of food depots before we wrap up here. Right, so there's that one. And I need the next drone hub over to have a food depot. And they already do have one. Is that in range? That's the other question. Yes, 'tis. All right, so they have a food depot. Where is the next one? Right here. You have a food depot as well. Good! And you have a food depot. Awesome. All right, so item number 2. Are we still waiting for a rocket to get back? Oh, you jerk. One of the rockets is automatically returning. I forgot. Okay, so we've got to wait for another rocket to take off to bring more colonists. But it's the food that's important, and it's on the way. All right, so you're ready for takeoff? Get out of here. What are you waiting for? Scram. Skedaddle. Etc., etc., so on and so forth. Get moving. %40 of the way here, and then those starving colonists will no longer be starving. I'm very excited to bring some food to them. They need it. And then once I have another rocket home, which will happen soon-ish, let's see how our fuel stores are looking. See, fuel stores are starting to go up. Also, I've gotten a lot of the extractors upgraded, so metals production is going up. I need to do the same for water extractors, too. Let's go ahead and get that arranged. It's going to cost me a lot of polymers, but I'm okay with that, because polymers are... Once you have polymers in good supply, it's not as much of an issue in surviving Mars as it is with some of the other resources. Like electronics and machine parts you really have to pay attention to. Once you have just a little bit of polymer production, life is okay. Ah, new anomaly found. Nice! Go look at that for me, please. Alright, we have a rocket ready to land. Where's the best place to land it, is my next question. I think this would probably be the best place, right here where the other rockets are. It's near a lot of the main domes. I'm going to go ahead and put you right there. Now this is going to be... We don't have a lot of drones servicing this, so it's just going to be these 8 drones. Oh wow, we just had a crop failure too. Of all the rotten luck. Alright, one of our shuttles is ready to go back. Or, not shuttles, but rockets. Alright, let's go ahead and launch a passenger rocket. Specializations, I definitely... Oh, there's no botanists in the pool? Are you kidding me? Alright, well, I mean, we might still be able to get some botanists. So I'll go ahead and deselect that. Let's prioritize... don't need security at the moment. We're okay. We haven't had any rogues yet. Actually, rogues are not something I've experienced at all in my play, even though I have an over 1,000 citizen colony in one playthrough. Let's go ahead and launch... that. We just need more colonists, and that will help the existing colonists redistribute themselves to where they might be more needed. Let me also see if I've got any domes that have the botanist specialization enabled. Yeah, see, I'm going to tell the botanists not to go there so that they prioritize the farming domes more, because those are ultimately going to bring me more food. So with that being done, you see, there's Nova number 1 that doesn't have botanists. Oh yeah, these are senior botanists though. Okay, so with that being done, we should see some colonists planning to move in a second. The color of these slots will change. Nope, still not. Wonder why. I know they're in range. Like, the shuttle should definitely be willing to help people move. This is bizarre. First time I've seen this happen. There must be another... Hang on. There must be another dome that has those settings enabled. There's gotta be. What's the issue? Specialization. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Palace 1. Let's turn that off. Thought I did that already. Oh, I need to click apply. That's why. That's why. Okay. I'm a dummy. Problem solved. All right, back. Now, we should... There we go. Look at all those botanists moving in. So the shuttles have to carry him over, but they'll take care of that pretty quickly. They planned it immediately, too. They'll all start... That makes more sense. I just didn't apply anything. Oh, wow. Oh, man, they're actually running. They're actually running. Check that out. There's like, we don't care. We're just gonna run across the Martian surface. Start making crops. All right, so we've got, what, wheat going here. Let's go ahead and do some wheat, and soybeans. Let's do wheat, and soybeans. And then we're going to do wheat, and soybeans. Done. And with that, our starving colonist count should start to drop, and things will be looking up for Nova Roma. I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. You guys let me know what you want to see from future episodes in the series. Looks like we discovered the vector pump breakthrough, which means water production will be increased in the moisture vaporators by 100%, which is pretty nice. But yeah, let me know what you want to see from the future of Nova Roma. I could finish this up with a few more episodes. I'm definitely going to stop it for now just because it makes the most sense for me to do so. But looking forward to your thoughts on the series, and I definitely will be bringing more Surviving Mars content to the channel in the future because, my God, again, I love this game. I haven't been this cracked out on a new game in a long time. So, again, looking forward to your thoughts. Comments always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.